Hey everyone, Visa reported its fiscal year 2023 second quarter results that were pretty impressive. And as you might already know, Visa is one of my top stocks to buy in 2023. So I'm going to review Visa's latest earnings results and answer the question if Visa is still a top stock to buy in 2023, or did something change in the company's financial results that made me change the recommendation. So let's go through these earnings results and answer that question at the end of this video. Overall revenue increased by 11% to $8 billion for Visa. Earnings per share also increased to $2.03, and that was up 20% from the same quarter the prior year. So while many businesses are struggling with falling revenue and decreasing earnings, Visa posted 11% revenue growth and 20% earnings per share growth. You're going to have a difficult time finding as many companies delivering this kind of revenue and profit growth in the macroeconomic environment that we currently find ourselves in the US and the world for that matter. The volume of payments increased by 10% compared to the same time last year. That means that people are transacting 10% more often than they were in the year before. The total processed transactions for the quarter that ended March 31 reached 50 billion Visa transactions processed. That was a 12% increase from the same time the previous year. There are now a whopping 4.227 billion Visa cards in people's wallets around the world. That was up from 3.934 billion year over year. So despite that massive size, 3.934 billion last year, the company managed to find new ways to add more cards into people's wallets, to find new customers to put Visa cards in their wallets. And that's really good news because Visa makes money every time you use a Visa card for a transaction. Visa spent $2.2 billion in the quarter buying back its shares, and it has $11.8 billion remaining in authorization for buyback. So it's going to keep buying back shares. This tells me management thinks its shares are undervalued. And I've agreed with management. If you recall, I gave this recommendation for Visa stock at the beginning of the year, and so far, Visa stock is up 10.61% year to date. So since I've made this recommendation in January, Visa stock is up 10.6% already. Very good returns for just roughly 5 months of the year. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. On April 25th, the board of directors approved a 45-cent per share quarterly dividend payment. Now, Visa's dividend yield may not look that exciting. However, if you're investing in Visa stock today for the dividend, you can reasonably expect the company to increase its dividend per share over the next 5 to 10 years. Why is that the case? Well, dividends are paid out of earnings, and Visa's earnings are rising robustly. So the more Visa's earnings grow, the more money is available to pay dividends. And so what you're seeing this quarter and what you've seen from Visa over the past several quarters and several years is continued growth in earnings per share, and that will trickle down into continued growth in dividends per share if the company maintains this pace of earnings per share growth, which I suspect that it will, because while inflation is a headwind for nearly every other company, inflation is a tailwind. It's a good thing for Visa because Visa generates revenue off of the percentage of transaction value. So if inflation is causing nominal prices to go up, that means the values that Visa is taking a percentage from are higher. And so it gives a boost to Visa's revenue just because people are buying the same amount of things, but they're having to pay more to buy those same amount of things. And so that's good news for Visa. Overall, yes, I will reiterate that Visa is still a top stock to buy in 2023. It's an excellent stock to buy for dividend stock investors if you're looking for passive income and you're investing in dividend stocks for the long term. Visa is an excellent choice as well. All right, that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I recommend that you subscribe because I've got a lot of videos like this one, and I'm going to continue doing more videos like this one covering the 100 or more companies that I follow during this earnings season, my favorite time of year. I love to look at companies' financial statements and evaluate their results and share them with you. So if that's something you're interested in, please subscribe, and I'll be happy to see you on my channel again in the future.